Hey, this is Moses Bombo Tambasin. I have come to present to you an information that is worthy for you to open your ears and understand because Liberia has changed as of today. Have you heard about the dual citizenship being finally approved by the representatives, the senators, and signed by the President of the Republic of Liberia? Have you heard that? If you have not heard that, I want you to listen to me very carefully about the good part and the bad part of the dual citizenship that Liberia has enacted into law. The advantages and the disadvantages. So, what, first of all, who is a dual citizen? A dual citizen is a person or persons that are citizens of another country, that they can also be allowed to become citizens or citizens of Liberia. That's what it means. So what that means is that Chinese, Pakistanis, the Fulas, the Nigerians, the Ghanaians, the Madingos. I'm not talking about the original Madingos. I'm talking about those that still come from Guinea, right? So, and think about the Malians, right? The Puerto Ricans, right? The Palestinians. So all of them now are eligible to become citizens of Liberia. So Liberia is no longer for you, Bandi, Kisi, Loma, Bele, and any of the 16 tribes of Liberia. Before last week, yes, Liberia belonged to the 16 tribes of Liberia. As of today, as I speak to you, Friday, July 29, 2022, Liberia no longer belongs to only the 16 tribes of Liberia. You now have Fula as a tribe of Liberia because if they become citizens, of course they are going to become citizens. You're not going to have Chinese as citizens of Liberia, so you're going to have Chinese tribal people as citizens of Liberia. You're going to have Fulas and Lebanese and Indians and Pakistanis and the Jewish and everyone. So what does that mean? What does that mean for you, for me? So what that means is very soon, but let me first define how any foreigner, how the Chinese, the Lebanese, the Indians, the Fulas, the Nigerians can now become citizens of Liberia. This is how. So a Lebanese man who before, even when he had a child by a Liberian woman, could not qualify to become citizen of Liberia. Today, if the Lebanese man, the Chinese man, the Indian man, the American man, the Canadian man, the British man, the Russian man, the French man can marry to a Liberian woman, or a Liberian man can marry any of those countries' women by virtue of their marriage. All the Chinese men has to do, the Fulas or the Nigerian and other people have to do, is for them to go to court in Liberia and declare their intention to become citizens of Liberia by virtue of being married to a Liberian. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I just said? Anyone from any country can today go to Liberia, marry a Pele woman, or Bandi woman, or Roma woman, or Bassa woman, or Greba woman. If they get married today, all the man has to do is to go to the temple of justice or wherever, to the court system, and appear before the judge and say, I am an Indian. By virtue of the woman I have married as a Liberian, I have come to declare my intention to become a citizen of Liberia. The procedure of granting him that citizenship, there is no string attached except to prove that he is married to a Liberian and he wants to be a Liberian citizen. He will receive it. Now, that's where you are now. So that's good. Let me talk about the good side of that anybody can become citizen of Liberia. So it means that Liberia is going to be developed. You're going to have more investors going to Liberia. All the vacant land, all the farmland that existing, that you who in Liberia don't want to go in the bush to make farm, the Chinese are going to take it. The Indians are going to take it. All behind your backyard, because they are going to come and marry a lady in your town. And so all the money they have, they are going to come and buy the land, the rest of the vacant land in the town, and turn into a Chinatown, India town, right? Fuller town, Labe, right? Whatever. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. So, Liberia, very soon there is going to be a strong competition or fight for land. If you have bought a land, as I speak to you today, bravo to you. If you have not, and you want to buy a land, do it now. Do it now. The prices are going to skyrocket that you have ever imagined. So now, all of this 175 years roadblock, where we say Liberia consists of 16 tribes, no longer 16 tribes. We now have unlimited number of tribes. Because if the Chinese man become a Liberian citizen, he's still a Chinese. So you now have Chinese as a Liberian citizen. So you can't even say Liberia has 16 tribes. And if the Chinese man marry a Lofa woman, automatically he becomes a Lofian. Or he can go anywhere because he's a Liberian. He can buy land in Grand Gila, buy the whole farmland in River Cess, whatever. Right? So you're going to have roads are going to be built. People are going to go and be outside of Liberia and buy land and turn the whole place to be Chinatown, Fullertown, this town, whatever, and all of that. Yeah, so you're looking for development, right? All right, development is coming. Understand, dual citizenship. So, now, what are some of the unknown truths that you need to know about? Number one, I have just said to number one, land, fight, or the scramble to buy land in Liberia is going to skyrocket. Most of these foreigners have more money than you that live in Liberia. You cannot compete with a Lebanese man. You cannot compete with a Chinese man. You cannot compete with a Fuller man for the land. They have more money. They are coming in the country. Most Liberians, except today, but before, don't know business. They don't even know the value of land. They are going to come and offer you money for your land, for your whole house, because they want to drive you away from wherever you are and make it to be an Indian community or Chinese community or Fuller community or Pakistani community. It's coming. It's here. It's not even coming. It's in Liberia now. So what that means is those areas are going to be developed. So they are going to come up with their own rules, community rules, whatever they want to do, the disadvantages. So price of food going to go up, price of rent going to go up, price of everything going to go up. Maybe you're going to see some more roads being paved, if that is good. But it's no longer for you, the native man now. I mean, I say native man, we all Liberians now. There's no more native now, we all Liberians. But the Indian man who is a citizen of Liberia, living in Banga, can make the road to go to Banga. Equally so, he can bring so many investors and can marry all the beautiful women. They can bring so many people from India, bring so many people from China. All they have to do is marry a Liberian and they go to court and they become a citizen. Even if they divorce, Whether they have child or not, the idea they have become citizen, and once a citizen, always a citizen. Hmm? Hmm? That's the hard truth. So, prepared. Prepare for hardship. Prepare for prices to go up. If you are someone who lives in Morovia, do not believe in making farm, you are making the greatest mistake. All the farms are going to be taken away from you. Potatoes are going to be sold in the store. Cassava leaf will be sold in the store. Rice bread will be sold in the store. All of those things that you don't like to do, you want to go and eat Chinese food, you're going to eat it until you get sick and die with the sugar and stuff like that. They are going to be selling you more of what they have. So this is what it means. Liberia is now open. You can no longer say Liberia only for we the Bandi people or we the Pele people, we the Bassa people. So you're not going to have Chinese Bassa people. You're not going to have Indian Grebo people, right? They'll be living in Maryland or Hapa, however the case may be. You're not going to have Lofa Fullers. They are citizens, right? You're going to have Kepamas Malians, right? They are citizens of Liberia. So I want you to think about the any power. What is the any power between you that in Liberia now and the British man coming to become a citizen of Liberia? What is the any power? The financial any power? I mean, what is the money getting power between you and the Lebanese people? Do you have money like them? Can you compete with them? I'm just going to give you the hard truth. All the logs that were never before tapped into, they're going to be tapped into it. All the vacant land that were never tapped into it, they're all going to be bought for little or nothing. All the plantation you never used to, all the cocoa farm you get, your left hand, you're coming in Morovia, living in Morovia, want to be a city guy, it's all going to be, the Indians are going to go in those villages, the Chinese are going to go in those villages and live there, marry one woman and bring all their Chinese, all their Fullers, all the Lebanese, everywhere they can, build their own town, outside of the town. It will be called, in Lofa, maybe you have a Chinatown, or in my village in Dodo, you're going to have a China. Maybe they build their houses on the Carlo going to work. Kamata going to have a civil, I'm going to have a Grand They're going to have a river system, and there is nothing you can do about it. They are legal citizens like you. So I'm not telling you not to go to school, not to focus on school. I'm not saying that. But I want you to understand what has happened to Liberia. And there is nothing you can do about it at this time, because I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it is. The House passed it, the Senate passed it, the President signed it into law. So as I speak to you, Liberia now a country of dual citizenship. I want you to digest what I'm talking about. If you don't understand, I want you to really, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think it has kicked in yet. I don't think you have really digested what has happened. What does it mean that Fullers, Mandingos, Indian, Chinese, the white man, the black man, the brown man, the Puerto Rican, these so-called investors that come into Liberia before they could not be citizens, now the door is now wide open to them. They can become citizens, they can buy land, build skyscrapers. And when you can't even go around, it will be in the fence, or they will put community law because of their neighborhood law, right? Maybe they will go and buy the whole West Point out. One investor, one Indian man that will become citizen is going to buy the whole West Point and develop the place and build skyscrapers there, because that's a very good area for skyscrapers. And all of you in West Point will have to move out. So all the Zingsha on Ken Johnson Law, on Douala, wherever people live, that maybe a flat man will see, say, I want this whole area here. All he has to do is to give him more money you don't have money to give you more money for your house. You know, in Liberia time, how much money you already be happy to raise for you to raise your ear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This has a good side and a bad side. And I'm seeing the bad side very painfully for you, our brothers and sisters in Liberia, who don't have that financial power to stand the living cost that is going to go up. So you might want to go back to your village and see if you can go engage some farmland and start thinking about that. Don't take it to be a joke. Don't take it to be a joke. This is a message I get for you. If you have any question you want to know more about the dual citizenship or that I didn't talk about, because it's more, just digest. A Frenchman, can you compete with a Frenchman? Huh? A Lebanese man bringing trailers, doing lock in Liberia. The Chinese man, the Taiwanese man, the Turkish people, mining logs in Liberia are now going to become citizens in Liberia. So you can't open your mouth. They're going to come and take all your land, all the Google trees in the land. Once they can own it, they will buy it. They're going to cut everything down. The climate change you are hearing, Liberia will begin to see the effect of the climate change. I just hope, but I don't see it yet, that the government puts something in place to replan those things. But I don't see it. There are Liberian people in the government, senators, just cutting down all the trees, bringing it to Monrovia and sell it. You know who they are. So this is a message I have for you. I don't want to hold you for long. Liberia has changed. If you never heard this message before, ask anyone. So is Liberia now open to the whole world? So anyone around the world cannot become citizens of Liberia. If you don't have money, I'm sorry for you. Go in your village. Since you don't have to buy the farmland in your village, go in your village, go on the farm, build your little hut there, go there regularly, because in most of the interior, you can go and just take any land that is vacant and engage it and plant some other cassava or potato green. All of those things are going to become expensive. You're going to see a very large cassava leaf farm. You're going to see a very large potato green farm. You're going to see a very large okra farm. And all the farm you can think about. What you have not been doing, you want to come go to school and just learn book, all this and that. You come to see where money comes from. You come to see how people make money. Many of you are going to become workers on those farms. Many of you are going to become workers on the Indian farm, on the Chinese farm. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to become farmers. You're going to become an employee on your own village, where they will determine how much you're worth. So if you are worth $10, they will give you $1 and you will take it. Because very soon you may not even have land to go and make farm. Very soon you may not even have land to go and make cassava farm. No more potato green garden. All going to be bought. And so I'm sorry, that's the hard truth. That's the hard truth. There is no law that stops the dual citizenship, the Chinese men, the foreigner. The only thing the law stops them, they cannot hold elected positions. They cannot become senators or representatives or president or national bank governor and all of that. But even some of this position, they can also occupy it if they go and denounce their citizenship to their first country. So in other words, a Frenchman can become citizen of Liberia if he can go to the court again or go and denounce his citizenship from France. Right? The Lebanese man can go and deny his citizenship from Lebanon. The Chinese man can go and deny his citizenship from China. Right? Then he can become representative and senator and all of that, right? Fine. All right, but Mutamasin, just wanted to let you know that. I hope you know that, right? You think that is suffering Liberia? Wait, watch and see in the next few years.